My fiancé texted, "My friends say my Bachelorette gift registry should be at least $10,000. I replied, "Aim higher." Then I sent the registry link to her ex-boyfriend with the message, "Looks like she's your problem now." The angry voicemail that followed was glorious. I, 31 male, was supposed to marry Cassandra, 29, in 3 months, was past tense. Because what happened last week made me realize I'd been dating a completely different person than I thought. We'd been together 4 years, engaged for 1. Everything seemed normal until her bachelorette party planning started 2 months ago. That's when her friend group, particularly her bestie Jade, started getting involved. These women treated spending money like an Olympic sport. Last Tuesday, I'm at work when I get this text from Cassandra. "Babe, so Jade helped me set up my Bachelorette registry. She says the standard is minimum $10 in gifts these days. Here's the link. Can you share with your groomsmen? They should contribute too, since they're in the wedding party." I clicked the link. This wasn't a joke. There was an actual registry with designer bags, $3,000 plus, spa packages, $1,500, Bachelorette Party Enhancement Fund, $2,000, luxury hotel upgrades for her Vegas trip, $2,500, bride tribe appreciation gifts, basically she wanted money to buy her friends presents, $1,000. I texted back, "Aim higher." She responded with, "OMG, really, you're the best. I'll add more." That's when I knew exactly what I had to do. See, Cassandra had stayed friends with her ex, Blake. He'd been sniffing around our entire relationship, always commenting on her posts, always just happening to show up places we were. She insisted he was harmless, just couldn't let go. I'd noticed she never really shut him down firmly either. I forwarded the registry link to Blake with, "Looks like she's your problem now. Good luck affording her." Then I grabbed my laptop and started working on a few things. 1. Canceled all wedding vendor deposits that were in my name, most of them. 2. Removed her from my streaming services and Amazon Prime. 3. Texted my landlord that she'd be moving out, apartment was in my name only. 4. Canceled our couple's gym membership. 20 minutes later, my phone explodes. Cassandra left me a 3-minute voicemail that was something, screaming about how I ruined everything and Blake thinks I'm a gold digger now, and, my personal favorite, you were supposed to share it with people who would actually buy me things. The fact that her first concern was Blake's opinion and not, our relationship, that told me everything. I texted her, "Your stuff will be in boxes by the door. Pick them up whenever. We're done." Then I blocked her number and went back to work. My buddy Trevor texted me an hour later, "Bro, did you really just end your engagement over a registry?" "No," I replied. "I ended it over finding out my fiancé thinks I'm an ATM with a ring on it." Update 1. The entitlement escalation has been absolutely insane. After I blocked Cassandra, she went full nuclear. But first, let me tell you what Blake did. Because it's hilarious. Blake screenshot her registry and posted it in their mutual friend group chat with, "Is this real? She wanted me to buy her a $3,000 purse for her bachelorette party for marrying another dude." Apparently, Cassandra had been telling Blake they were having problems and she was considering her options. She'd been setting him up as a backup plan while expecting him to fund her party. He was pissed. But anyway, back to the escalation. Wednesday morning, Jade shows up at my office. Jade, not even Cassandra. This woman really sent her friend to negotiate. Security calls up. "There's a Jade here, says it's urgent." I go down to the lobby. Jade's there in full designer everything, holding a binder. "We need to discuss Cassandra's emotional damages." She starts. "Excuse me?" She opens the binder. It's an itemized list of relationship investments Cassandra made. Emotional labor, $200 a month for 4 years, $9,600. Physical maintenance to stay attractive, $500 a month, equals $24,000. Career sacrifices to accommodate relationship, $15,000. Lost time could have been spent with higher value partners, $20,000. Total, $68,600. Cassandra is willing to accept a $30,000 settlement to avoid legal action, Jade says with a straight face. I laughed. Actually laughed. Legal action for what? Breach of marriage promise, emotional fraud, theft of her prime years. Jade, get out before I call security. This is a reasonable negotiation. Do you know what she gave up for you? Apparently not as much as she wanted to take. Security. She huffed out, yelling about how I'd regret this. Thursday, Cassandra's mom, Dorothy, calls me from Cassandra's phone. I didn't realize it wasn't blocked because different number. You need to man up and fix this, she starts. Dorothy, your daughter wanted a $10,000 gift registry for her bachelorette party. That's standard. All her friends got that much. Are you saying she's worth less than her friends? I'm saying she's worth exactly what Blake's willing to pay now, which, according to him, is zero. Blake? What does that loser have to do with anything? Ask your daughter. You're destroying her reputation. Everyone knows about the registry now. She made it public, Dorothy. She literally sent it to everyone she knew. Take her back and we'll forget this happened. No, she'll sue you. For what? Not buying her a purse? Good luck with that. Friday morning, I wake up to 73 Instagram notifications. Cassandra and her crew started a campaign. Pictures of us with captions like, 4 years wasted on a man who won't invest in his woman's happiness. When he shows you who he really is, believe him. Modern men are too broke for real queens. The best part, she tagged my company. My company. I screenshotted everything, sent it to my lawyer friend Rahman. He laughed and said, keep documenting. This is gold if she actually tries to sue. But the peak entitlement came Friday afternoon. Cassandra showed up at the apartment with a U-Haul and 8 people. 8. Including Jade, her mom, her sister, 2 cousins, and 3 guys I didn't recognize. She tried to use her key. Didn't work. I'd changed the locks. She starts banging on the door. Open up. I'm getting my things. I called the cops and talked to her through the Ring doorbell. Your stuff is in boxes in the lobby. The building manager has them. I'm taking the TV and the couch and the kitchen appliances. That's all mine. I have receipts. I picked them out. They're basically mine. That's not how ownership works. One of the random guys tries to jimmy the door. I inform them they're on camera and the police are coming. They scattered pretty quick after that, but not before Cassandra screamed, "You're gonna pay for this. I'm taking everything." The building manager called me later. They took her boxes and left a huge mess in the lobby. She also tried to convince him to let her into the apartment, claiming domestic violence. He didn't buy it, especially since she brought a whole crew in a moving truck. Saturday update, Blake sent me a DM. Bro, I didn't know she was this crazy. She asked me to co-sign a loan for her to sue you. A loan. To sue you for not buying her gifts. I blocked her ass. Even her backup plan bailed, LMAO. Update 2 y'all. The audacity has reached levels I didn't know existed. Monday morning, I get served with actual legal papers. She found a lawyer. Somehow. The lawsuit alleges 1. Promissory estoppel, claiming I promised to fund her lifestyle. 2. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. 3. Defamation for sending the registry to Blake. 4. Conversion for keeping shared property. She's seeking $75,000 in damages. Ramon looked at it and literally said, "This lawyer should be disbarred. This is basically legal toilet paper." But here's where it gets wild. Tuesday, I get a call from my mom. "Honey, why is Cassandra's mother calling me about wedding arrangements?" "What?" She says the wedding is still on, you're just having a moment, and we need to finalize catering. Dorothy was calling vendors and family, telling everyone the wedding was still happening, and I was just stressed from work. She'd been collecting RSVPs and accepting gifts on our behalf. I immediately sent out a mass email. The wedding is canceled. Please do not send gifts. Any gifts received will be returned. But Cassandra had already cashed several checks from elderly relatives who don't do online banking. About $3,000 worth. Wednesday, the apartment building calls. Cassandra had listed the apartment on Airbnb. My apartment, that she doesn't live in anymore. Someone showed up with a reservation. I had to explain to a confused tourist family that no, they couldn't stay in my home, and yes, they'd been scammed. Thursday was when she really lost it. I get a notification that someone's trying to access my bank account, then my email, then my social media. She was trying to hack into everything, but the best part? She did it from her laptop, which was still logged into her email, which she'd left logged in on my iPad that she'd forgotten about. I could see everything. Emails to friends saying she was going to destroy me and take everything. Messages to random men on dating apps saying she was almost single and looking for a real provider. And my absolute favorite, an email to a sugar daddy website asking about earning potential. I screenshot everything. Ramon was building quite the countersuit file. Friday, she made her final mistake. She posted on LinkedIn, a long rant about how I was a narcissistic abuser who financially controlled her and how she was starting a coaching business for women escaping financial abuse. She included a PayPal link for donations. Several of her professional contacts called her out in the comments. Her employer saw it. She'd used company time to post it, 11 a.m. on a Friday. By 2 p.m., she was unemployed. Her friend Jade texted me from a new number. "Are you happy now? You've ruined her life." She ruined her own life. I just declined to fund it. She's gonna be homeless. Maybe she should have thought about that before suing me instead of getting a job. You're heartless. No, I just have boundaries. Novel concept for y'all, I know. But Saturday was the grand finale. Cassandra sent one last email from a new account since I'd blocked everything else. "I'll drop the lawsuit if you give me $10,000 and take me back. This is your last chance to fix this. I know you still love me. We can work through this. I'll even lower my standards and forget about the registry." Lower her standards. She really thought she was doing me a favor. I forwarded it straight to Ramon. He responded to her lawyer with a countersuit for harassment, attempted fraud, the Airbnb scam, defamation, the LinkedIn post, attempted identity theft, the hacking attempts, theft, the wedding gift checks she cashed. Her lawyer dropped her immediately. Final update, this is it. The conclusion to this absolute circus. After her lawyer dropped her, Cassandra went silent for exactly 3 days. Then she tried one more Hail Mary. She showed up at my parents' house, in another state. She drove 6 hours to cry to my mom. My mom called me. She's here with a PowerPoint. A what? A PowerPoint presentation about why you should take her back. She has graphs. Graphs, y'all. My mom, bless her, let her present it just for the entertainment value. According to her, it included a cost-benefit analysis of their relationship, market research on what other men would have to pay for a woman of her caliber, a 5-year plan for their financial future, where I apparently would triple my salary, testimonials from her friends about what a catch she was. My dad told her to leave. She refused. They had to call the cops. She was escorted off the property while screaming about investment opportunities and ROI. But while she was busy harassing my parents, the real consequences were catching up. 1. The Airbnb scam was reported to the platform. She was permanently banned and they're pursuing fraud charges. 2. Her former employer contacted me because she'd listed me as a reference for new jobs. I told them about the LinkedIn post she made on company time. Word spread. She's basically unhireable in her industry. 3. Remember those wedding gift checks she cashed? Turns out one was from my great-aunt, who's married to a retired judge. He was not happy. They're pressing charges for fraud. 4. Blake, her backup plan, posted all their messages online. She'd been stringing him along for years, getting gifts and money while we were together. His caption, "This is what a professional gold digger looks like." 5. Her friend group imploded. Jade got exposed for encouraging the whole thing because she was getting a finder's fee from any money Cassandra extracted from me. Found this in the emails. The other bridesmaids were furious they'd been manipulated. The countersuit Ramon filed scared her enough that she dropped everything and agreed to pay back the wedding gift money, cover my legal fees, sign an agreement to never contact me or my family again, return the engagement ring, which I'd forgotten to ask for. The last I heard, through mutual friends, she moved back in with her parents. She's working at a MLM selling essential oils. She started a TikTok about being a victim of narcissistic abuse that has 12 followers. Her mom, Dorothy, is still telling people the wedding is just postponed. Jade isn't talking to her after finding out Cassandra was telling people. Jade manipulated her. Blake sent me a final message. Dodged a bullet, bro. We both did. The engagement ring? Sold it. Used the money for a boys' trip to Mexico with the groomsmen. We toasted to dodging bullets with top-shelf tequila. My favorite part of all this? She sent one final email last week from her mom's account. I'm willing to forgive you and start fresh. But my new Bachelorette registry minimum is $15,000 since you caused me so much trauma. This is non-negotiable. She raised her price. After everything. The delusion is genuinely impressive. I didn't respond. But I did laugh for about 10 minutes straight. Ramon framed her original lawsuit in his office as the most entertaining case that never went to trial. My mom kept the PowerPoint. She shows it at parties. It's become legendary in our family. And me? I'm living my best life. Alone. Financially stable. Without anyone demanding $10,000 for the privilege of marrying me. Funny thing is, I make good money. Would have happily spent on a woman who actually loved me. But a $10,000 Bachelorette gift registry? That's not love. That's a business transaction. And I'm not in the market. To anyone wondering if I regret how I handled it, hell no. The registry was just the mask slipping. Everything that came after showed me exactly who she really was. A woman who saw me as a credit card with a pulse. Thanks for following this wild ride. May all your relationships be genuine and your gift registries be reasonable. P.S. Cassandra, if you're reading this, and according to mutual friends, you're obsessed with finding it, that $15,000 registry isn't happening. Neither is $10,000 or $5,000 or $5. You played yourself. Enjoy the essential oils.